welcome back to the homestead. Glad you're with us. Well, it's been several days since we've been here. We got to visit with our daughter who came down from Washington, and we had a really great time with the daughter and the son-in-law. And now it's back to the homestead to start working once again. I'm a little bit handicapped today because last weekend when I did all of that work and I was wheelbarrowing the wheelbarrow with those big logs on them, it started to tip over and I tried to stop it, and unfortunately I kind of pulled something in my lower rib cage, and so now I'm having a little bit of a struggle, but that's okay. If it's not one thing, it's another that gets in our way of working on the homestead, but we're not going to let that stop us. We're just going to find some easier things to do while this is healing up. Anyway, we've got things on the agenda, so stick with us. I want to show you what I just found. It's so cute. I don't know if you could see it, but it's a baby green tree frog in my zucchini plant. Just a teeny weeny little one. Anyway, I want to show you my pumpkins before I leave the garden. Look at that guy. And the one beside it. So, I got 2 pumpkins so far, and I'm sure more will come as the season progresses. But that's pretty fun. Yay! I've come out to the wood pile to see if I can find some wood that might make a fun play structure for the kittens on their side of the yard there. They don't really go out there to play, but maybe if there was funner things. Also, I'm considering cutting a second hole in the wall of the garage for entrance and exit, because when Stowe got attacked that night, there was only one hole to go through, and the cats were all trying to go through that one hole, and that's not very safe. So I'm going to find some wood and see if we can put together something fun. So let's do this. The easiest way to get that wood in that place is to put it over the fence, and then I'll walk around. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I know I said I was going to take it easy because of my ribs. That might have not been a good thing to do, but I did it, so don't tell Lee. Okay, that's not fun. That doesn't look fun at all. I need it up higher. So I need to get something taller so it ramps up. And I've got it pushed against the fence and the wall, so it's not going to go sliding. But if I can get it up higher. So I'm going to go look for some more lumber, and I'll be right back. Okay, I couldn't find any more wood to make it funner, but so I just asked Lee to screw these together so that they are stable. That's done. Now I'm not going to mess around in here anymore. I just wanted the cats to have stuff that would be fun for them, and I think it is. So let's find something else to do. Okay, what we decided to do is move these 2 Footlockers, the big ones, to the back. They used to be in the back, but then we added that water container so the rainwater could go down inside the inside the container. But now we moved the container because we realized that rainwater is really gross, and we have water on property now, so there's no reason to collect that rainwater. We can actually just store faucet water in there with some tablets of stuff that keeps the water from going south. as our emergency backup than using rainwater that has leaves and bugs and gunk in it. Yeah, we didn't like that idea. So we moved that over there, and so we'll just put the Footlockers back behind the garage where we had them originally. One, it's safer, and two, it'll give the cats something to lay on top. Oh, but before we could actually move the Footlockers, we got to move the stuff in front of them and emptying them out. So let's get busy. Those of you that are new to the channel, Lee and I used to own a houseboat in California, and so all the stuff that's stored in these Footlockers are life jackets and blow-up toys, paddle boats, things that go behind a ski boat, rafts. And so we've got all the stuff. Even though we don't own a houseboat anymore, we just haven't relinquished the stuff. Who knows, we might be able to use it someday. Okay, well, that's done, and it'll give a place for the cats to lay on when they go back there, and it clears this place out on the side, which is good. There's big gigantic crack over here where the ground cracked because this ground gets really dry and cracks really bad. Deep, wide cracks. Anyway, there's a bunch of junk and stuff because Lee has been doing a lot of work here and we haven't cleaned it up. And maybe I should take a lot of these trees that we have laying here. We brought them here as poles to use as fencing for the aviary, and now we don't need them all, so I can pick them up and take them back. They're little. I shouldn't hurt myself doing it any more than I already did when I lifted that board over the fence. But right now, I'm gonna go get a drink, and I'll be right back. I don't know if we mentioned to you, but the county came and cleared trees all along the side, brush and trees all along the side of the road. Really wackadoo. The branches just ripped them, and these pieces of wood are kind of all over our yard where it just flung. We're lucky not to break a window. Anyway, it really helped clear this area near where we were going to put our fence. And so clearing it should be a breeze when we get around to doing it, since they really whacked it. And then over there where that tree had fallen and just kind of laying there, we have easy access now to get it down out of the other tree. And so it should help us quite a bit. Okay, let me just give you a kitten update. Well, we arrived and the feeders were everywhere again. And that meant the cats went without food for a few days. And so Lee bought some strap, plumber strap, and he strapped every one of the feeders to the wall inside, the 2x4s. And he put painter's tape on the lid. That's all we had at the time. The raccoons did come, and they tried to get the feeders, but they were unsuccessful. You can tell because the tape is torn in an area, and one of the feeders kind of twisted because of the way it was strapped to the board. It just kind of twisted a little bit. One of the little bowls kind of got separated from the feeders because they're just kind of clamped right underneath them. No big deal, but that's all the damage that happened. However, both the water dishes had mud on, dirt, mud in them. And cats don't like dirty water. So what we've done is I've ordered another water feeder, and we're going to put that water feeder over in this area because we leave the bowls of water after we leave and they've been empty and the raccoons have dirtied up their water. So we're going to leave one inside, but then bring one outside, and then I have ordered another one. So that's with the raccoons and the cats. However, surprise to us, and I don't know if I mentioned it already, but Stripes came back. And Stripes is one of the original 5 kittens, and it disappeared, and we heard that the neighbor took it. And it's very well fed, but according to our surveillance cameras, the cat's been here for several days, maybe 4 or 5 days even. And it plays on top of the car. We've watched the surveillance, and it looks just like Mama, but a little lighter in color, and it's hard to tell the difference. But we just saw Stray come home, and she went in the garage, and when I pushed the feeder, the Stripes came out, and there is a size difference between Stray and Stripes, and it is so cute. So anyway, that means we have Callie and Torty and Wobbles and Sylvie. We have Stowe, now Stripes, and of course Stray comes and goes, and then Bad Cat. We say Bad Cat. I was calling it Fluffy Cat, but after it started attacking the other cats, I call it Bad Cat. So that's 8 cats that have found their way, but only 6 are sticking around. We are definitely a cat haven. And Lee said, we have got to stop luring these cats over here. But I don't think we lure them. They just come, just like the raccoons. They find the food and the water, and it's either stop feeding and watering them, and we just can't do that. And so Eclipse is over there. She's kind of tolerating the kittens. Freddie, he growls. He just spends his time growling. He'll be fine in time. Baxter, well, he loves to chase the cats, but he wants to play with them so bad, and a couple of them don't run from him, so he doesn't even try. He just walks by them. Stowe, Wobbles, and Torty. The other ones run, and so he chases them, and he gets all excited about that, but we scold him. Anyway, that's the kitten update, and I got work to do, so let's get busy.
Yep, too much wind. Had to rescue Old Glory in our flagpole. Too much wind. Safe and sound.
Okay, well, I've been inside editing videos, kind of taking it easy. But right now, I'm going to see if I can get this awning down by myself. The winds have been kicking up, and we're going into fall season, which we should have some pretty heavy winds and more rain. And so it's probably time. Granddaughter's back in school, so she's not going to use the swimming pool anymore. So we'll go ahead and drain it and let it dry out so we can fold it up and put it away for another year. And, well, I also have to get some refill dog food. So I might as well get busy. Okay, Leaf put some type of trucker's knot thing that I don't know how to untie. And so I'm gonna have to get him to untie it for me so I can get those ropes off. That's kind of the first thing I need to do. And I also need to find something to wrap those with so they won't blow into the swimming pool, the screen that I undid. I found one bungee cord, but apparently I don't have bungee cords on all the corners. donut figure. So I need to find something to wrap those with to keep them bundled up until we can get the awning down. The wind will flow through and everything will be good. Wasp nests or mud dauber nests are up in the edge, so we didn't really keep the wasp out of there. I've picked a lot of them out of the swimming pool, but they like the water and they built nests all around, so I was knocking them off. Okay, I don't think those towel clips are going to hold very long if the winds really gust up. I'll go get some bungee cords and get back to them in just a few minutes. But right now, I've found the tortagon, and there's a bunch of little trees that I need to pour this on to start killing, because the thorns on those little guys are not little. They are very big and very pokey, and there's a whole bunch of them over near the back of the seating area in front of the RV. So gonna take care of that now. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is just clop down some of these seasonal bushes, plants, whatever they are. I'm just gonna clop them and kind of clean this up just a little bit. I'm not gonna do much. I'm just gonna do a little. I've been caught.
As a matter of fact, that's exactly what you're doing when you hurt yourself.
I've been caught. Lee got stabbed by a thorn, probably, that came out of that tree branch, and so his head's bleeding a little bit, his arm's bleeding a little bit, but that's okay, because
well, no good deed goes unpunished. Yep, dried boat art thorns, sharp as needles.
okay, because I didn't have to do the rest of it. He came to save me from myself, but he's no better off than I am, so I should have just saved him from himself instead. Anyway, I think that's it for today. So thanks for watching. You be sure to like, share, press that notification bell, and subscribe, and we will see you next time on the Homestead. Bye-bye now. God bless you.